Federal police and Border Force officers have seized components to make more than 60 guns hidden in toy motorbikes. They suspect the weapon smuggling scheme is linked to outlaw motorcycle gangs.
This motorcycle is a toy. The accessories are definitely not. What looks like a spare wheel, for example, is actually a drum magazine capable of holding 50 bullets.
The lengths that criminals will go to conceal illicit items never ceases to surprise us.
At the Australia Post International Mail facility in Tullamarine last month, a Border Force officer suspected something wasn't right about a parcel containing a child's toy. Inside, they found hot glued to the motorbike were gun parts. 2 subsequent consignments had the same deadly combination. Sourced from the United States, investigators seized the bodies of 60 guns, 50 bullet and drum magazines, more than a dozen handgun frames and several other firearm parts.
Prevented a significant number of firearms entering the community and potentially falling into the hands of criminals.
Last week, after raids in Brunswick, South Bank and New South Wales, 3 men were charged with firearms offences carrying penalties of up to 10 years jail. Federal police say the arrested men aren't being particularly cooperative. What they want to try and find out is if they have any links to outlaw motorcycle gangs.
They're motivated obviously by money. A firearm has quite a high value in Australia when it is, brought together in all of its components.
Ironically, the only part of the smuggling scam that was legitimate were the warning labels. Federal police say if it wasn't for them disrupting this international operation, there could be more than 60 handguns on the street of Melbourne or in other cities around the country. It all came down to the International Mail Centre near Tullamarine Airport, where Border Force operators had their suspicions about one particular item which is meant to contain a child's toy motorbike. When they examined that item, they found that hot glued to the side of that toy motorbike were gun parts, real gun parts, enough to assemble a number of weapons. They waited until 2 more similar packages had arrived and found that there were parts there to assemble more than 60 handguns. Included in them were magazines, including 2 which were large drums that could contain more than 60 bullets in each. Federal police then arrested 3 men in Melbourne and charged them with various offences relating to the seizure of these gun parts, which could see them land up to 10 years in jail. They believe that the origin of these gun parts was the United States. And as to the motivation behind the importation of these parts, well, it comes down to cash and outlaw motorcycle gangs. The 3 men who've been arrested continue to be questioned. They'll all appear in court over the next few weeks.